go new game. I'm going to go to customized world because I think this does sort of show off like the random maps. I'm going to go with a small size. I think we'll go with a continents. We'll go with map climate. If there are questions, I can actually see the questions. So if you do actually have any questions, then that'd be great. So just sing out. If there's too many, I'll probably get overwhelmed and then not do anything. Anyway, the map climate, I'm just going to keep that sort of standard in the middle. The opponents, I'm going to actually have them a little bit congested. So I'll go with populous. Difficulty medium. I found that a little bit too easy this last time. Well, not easy, but I actually got a handle on it. So let's go hard. I haven't tried hard yet. Development barbarian. I'm going to go a little bit more developed, so we'll just go this way. That way we start with a little bit more extra bits and pieces. We'll start at 500 BC with 1 year turns. Game speed, I'll keep all of them where they actually are. Overall victory, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Game settings, random events. I don't know if I like that or not, actually, but I'll keep it on anyway. I'll just keep all of the defaults on. So we'll just click on OK and get into it. A quick drink while this is working. Yeah, so my apologies. I hate being late for things, and I've actually been sitting. As I say, I've been sitting around. I got up at 3 a.m. and then I've just been mucking around for 2 hours. I was going to come in, just make sure everything was going to be technically okay at like 5 a.m., which is why I came in at that point. So I was just sort of watching things, and I've been playing games for the last 2 hours. So my apologies for this. All right, so who did we start with? It looks like we started as... Actually, I don't know who we started as. It's not Rome, so we'll have to have a bit of a look. It looks like we're Sparta, aren't we? Or one of the Greek nations? Or maybe, I'm not sure. Anyway, from here we didn't start with any units, and we normally would have started with units. So we're sort of in the middle of the map, as you can see. We're the Antigonid. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Anyway, so to get in through here, we probably need to get our citizens up to a certain level. So this is really, there's nothing much we can do here other than just press enter until we get that up to around about 20. So what we might just do is just quickly come across to the state window, ramp up our birth rate policy, and just let that take hold. So we've just got to focus on, yep, so we get a lot of different sorts of messages coming up. We won't worry about those. I'll just try to get sort of as fast as I can up into the sort of mid-game. Now, yeah, unhappiness, we're going to get these sort of messages. Yep, there we go, bottom left corner. Thanks for that, guys. So our citizens' loyalty is poor. Yep, that's okay. So we're over 10, which is sort of okay. I want to get up to around about 14 before I start to build any other units. And that should be about here. Here we go. So we're at 14. I'm going to now move the slider back because that then impacts other resources. So I'll just move that somewhere back into around about here. That's going to allow me to at least then buy another unit. So we're at level 3, and we now are picking up these different areas. Actually, let's have a look and see what we started off with. So we've got... Seminellum is the actual capital city that we have. We've got a temple which actually increases the birth population back in through here, and we're going to need to sort of take over different areas. So we can see that we've got a gold mine, an iron mine, a stone quarry, and a coal mine. Now, the first decision we have to make is, do we want to go and capture more territories? And that's actually an independent. That's a standalone nation, and it looks like there may be more down the standalone nation down through here. So rather than actually try to go and settle areas, I'm going to go and conquer areas. So if we click on this area and then just go into, if we change our specialization, what do we have? We've got Peltasts. Okay, so Peltasts, we don't know much about them actually. So they're a fighting unit, so they're actually good at fighting, but initially, I think what I'll do is, rather than go with... Actually, they're only 7 gold. How much are my Nomads? If I go across to here, the Nomad is 10 population, but they're fairly cheap. I'm going to use these, I think, because ultimately they can become like a second settler as well. What I'm doing here is I've got the actual unit types that I can build, but I can then actually change the specialization. Now, it's going to cost me 9 gold and 3 iron and 2 stone to actually be able to specialize in this particular unit. Now, we'll need these guys. One thing we might have a quick look at is just the units, because I know nothing at all about these particular units. So map items are also your units themselves. And if we go to Peltasts, have a bit of a look, and this is really important to actually get an understanding of what they do. So they don't fight well in the desert, that's okay. Hopefully we won't have too much desert. They're also really poor in forest. So grassland they're good at, reasonably, for defending. The hills, they're actually really poor at attacking hills, but they're actually pretty poor at even defending on them, to be honest. Mountains the same. Plains they're good at, and swamps they're terrible at. So really these are just plains fighters. That's all that these guys are. Now that's okay. It just means that when we actually go to start develop up our civilization, we're going to be wanting to get rid of all the forest and sort of getting rid of swamps and things like this. So it just gives us a little bit of a strategic view as to how we might approach things. But let's actually just start with a nomad and just grab this unit just so we can start to capture different territories. Right, so we'll just press enter. And just got to wait until we build that particular unit. There he is. So he's now ready to go. And this is a bit of a combination between a settler unit where he can, well, they can, pretty much any unit can establish a territory. But in this case, we've got other resources up through here. We've got coal mine down that way as well. I'm going to head north, I think. It looks like that sort of extends into the middle of the map, and I wouldn't mind grabbing this city. So let's just move across to here to start with. And then we'll just surround this city and we'll capture this with a siege rather than actually attacking it. Just press enter again. And once again, we need to get this one up again a little bit higher. So we've got iron, we've got 2 iron mines actually in through here. Now I've got fair chances of attacking this, whereas I've got pretty much no problem at all with grabbing these iron mines. So I'll just grab those. Actually, I can't do that one that turn. I'll just, that's his turn done. Enter. God, I can't believe I missed the time. I'm so sorry about that. I hate doing it. I hate being late for anything. So we've got extra mines now, extra iron mines and things. We do want to get this up now. It's not really improving all that quickly. We'll get this city fairly soon anyway, but yeah, we'll just go sort of fairly slowly. It looks like the landmass continues on. Just enter our turn there. Oh, one thing I didn't check. Yeah, the tile supply is only 89%. I'm now rushing to try to sort of get things working. That's only 60%. That's 100%. So I'm going to take some losses here next turn. And then eventually we'll be able to sort of take this thing on. So we'll just press enter. Yep, it's starving, and its morale decreased by 4% because we moved it into a tile where we didn't actually have any anything going. That's only 89% as well. This is 100%. We'll just move back to here. And what I might do is, with my other resources, I might change the specialization of our capital just to make sure that this one can now grab the Peltasts. Now that's 100% back there now. Oops, hang on. We'll just enter to end our turn. And it looks like we haven't been able to fully get what we need across the other side there. That's still only 89%. This one's now 100%. I think I'll risk it just so I can actually try to surround this particular city. I think that the sieges will still work for the independent cities. Yep, so the temple is improved with defences. So the governors will just upgrade things as they go. Sorry, I'm missing a few of the comments there, guys. I'll just keep on going until we sort of get a little bit further into the game, and then I'll sort of stop and see if there's any questions. Just move that one across. Don't have that one just yet. I'm going to need to get roads built up through here, so this still needs to be not really improving at all with this. What I think I might do is I'll grab myself a warrior unit next, and then we'll look at getting a settler unit after this. So yeah, I'll keep that unit up there. Just press enter. And that is on a forest, so None of my fighters are great at forest. If we have a look at the Nomad, just check. Oh, actually, he does fight well in forest. The other guy, the Peltasts, didn't, did he? Like that was... have a look at the Peltast. Yeah, minus 30% to attack into a forest. So really, Nomads are going to be the better option. It's saying fair chances. You know, I think I better do this before it gets too big. I mean, that is... you can move across. I'll just press enter to end the turn. Here we go. We've got the first of our researchers. So we've got stable. We've got actually Monarchy. I need to change that one. There's the Peltasts in through there. We've got shipbuilding. We actually have... Looks like we've got the blacksmith as well. If we've got a blacksmith already, we shall grab the fort. It's an unusual start for me, actually. I haven't sort of seen it like this. Let's just see if we can build up a blacksmith. Yeah, we can. Great. It's going to chew up a little bit of our population, which is going to make the people unhappy. So I won't do that just yet. But that's going to give me extra resources. So I'll do that later on. I think I'll move across, even though that is poorly supplied. And that way, at least the city is then fully surrounded. Okay, so we'll just go into enter. Yep, so once again, we've decreased. This hasn't actually had any impact. So I'm just going to come and move this one around. Yet again, just into 100% before we do this next attack. Check his... yeah, his loyalty and general morale is fairly high. So let's go on the attack. That's good. It was a draw. We did lose 500. Okay, so we'll just keep on waiting. It's we might have to heal him up a little bit. This area through here, we can build ourselves a Peltast now. So basic infantry unit with good fighting morale. Or I can just go for another Nomad. It's going to cost me too much with the with my citizens. Let's just ramp this back up again a little bit. Just try to get back on top of the citizens. The citizens are really important. Okay, so just go through and change the specialization. Now we're already... All we can really do now is just get the Peltast cavalry, but they're pretty cool, like for expansion. But initially, I don't know if I'll spend the money. How much we got up through there? We've got a fair bit there. The gold is going to be the problem, so I'll leave that alone. Let's end the turn here, I think. Has everyone moved? Yep, no, that one can't move. Just press enter. So we're now getting the population growth is now coming back up again. All right, so it's our equal chances because this guy is injured. So I'm going to heal him up, and I'm going to wait until I get a second unit before I try to take this city on. Okay, he's now healed up, so we've got good prospects now. Still only that was a defeat. We lost a lot of men out of that particular group of nomads. I'm going to have to do this a different way. We've now got 12.9. I'm going to wait till I get up to about 14 again before I do it. So we'll just go from there. So you guys are giving me a hard time about my tardiness with the arrival. I sincerely apologise for that. I hate being late for anything, and I just can't believe that I missed it. I just can't believe it. Yeah, so I really, really am so sorry about that. Anyway, we're going to move this guy back. We might just keep on, because he's so badly injured, we might just start to move him back out from there, and we'll come back into this territory and then take it on. Now, this is, the city is damaged, as you can sort of see. So it is weak. And eventually, actually, we're at 13.8. I think I'm going to grab myself another of the units. So let's go and build ourselves. They're actually ultimately cheaper cheaper for us to get as far as the population is concerned, but the Nomads I think are going to be the best option for me initially. So I'll grab myself a second Nomad. Press enter. And we've got new technology, so we can now build forts and stockades. And this guy, I can bring him back in as well, and also then use population to heal him up. But initially, I think I'll just move him out. In fact, we might... I'll just move him to there. And we'll just keep on expanding into the south. It looks like that might be a bit of a dead end down this way. I wouldn't mind grabbing this coal mine and just getting other odds and ends. Enter to end the turn. Okay, we found extra coal. Now we've got heaps of... here we go. We've got our second unit. Now this thing is still injured. I'm going to use this unit to just come back down and start to sort of capture other territory. That tile is 100% supplied. There we go. Looks like we're on an island. This one we can come back up and finally hopefully get Petrai. We do want to get this second city, and if we can get this through battle, that would be great. Yeah, absolute supremacy now with this particular unit, so we'll take it. The other unit certainly damaged it, and we'll now just go in and get it. So I think we'll get it this turn. Got it. Excellent. Okay, so victory. So this is, just to explain how this screen works, is that you sort of start off with a set number of soldiers. The population was 44,000. They're petrifying. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure how that actually works. Enemy units lose courage to fight when this unit is positioned nearby. Okay, so... all right, that's okay. Hang on, we'll just... Oh, did I miss the... Yep, so 10,000 soldiers. Our base attack is 2. The base defense is 2, and the movement is 2. Now that doesn't change for the whole game, no matter what you get for your actual unit. But it's fighting effectively at 2.6. The reason for that is because we're fighting into forest with one of these type of units, the Nomads. They get a plus 30% against forest, so that takes us to 2.6 attack. Their defense was only 1. Actually, it was 1.5, and then the petrifying sort of reduces it because of their morale, and so they are in essence fighting at a much lower rate than what we are. So we still lost 2,300 casualties, but we did gain a little bit of experience, but not a hell of a lot. And we also, when we actually captured this, how much gold did we get? Gold is always a bit hard to get, so 4.2 gold. Yep, that's cool. We ended up killing 7,000 of the population. And so Petrai is now a level 1 city, and we now need to fix it up. So it's going to cost us both iron and rock or stone. So we'll just do the repairs on that. In this case, I just want to keep this guy keeping on searching down through these territories while he can do things. We'll grab this next and just keep on having a bit of a look. We'll just press enter. This guy will eventually heal himself anyway. Like if we just click on him and have a bit of a look. He's got 7,264 soldiers this turn, and he will have more. Now, when I actually surround territory, I then get all of the territory on the middle. In fact, this looks like our borders have pushed right out now. There was nothing else to be taken back in through there. Okay, so this one over through this side, we do want him to heal up. Once again, I can just keep on marching out and doing things. So I'm probably going to use one of these to settle something fairly soon. Okay, so it's 100% supply, 100% supply. Let's just move on further up. Just keep on scouting our way through. So we're not seeing what's over here, but it looks like it's all of our own territory. Actually, that's not supplied. That's only 10%. That's 89%. So we're going to need to develop all in through here. That's only 30%. That is 100% in through there. All right, I'm going to leave all that where it is, and we'll just come and start marching back across to this other island. Not island. This mountain. So just keep on capturing territory. It's still 100% supply up there. Great. Okay, so we'll It's only 60%, unfortunately, at the top. And there's another of the standalone nations back over there. So we wanted to grab that one as well. The next one we need to get, and I'll do this now that we're at 13.5, is to grab an actual settler unit, because we need to start building roads just so that we actually can get supplies back out. So we'll grab a settler. Yep, now they're revolting against our orders. They don't like it when we take too much population to do this sort of stuff. So yeah, they're unhappy. The population is unhappy. We need to build up that population even more. One thing I can do, I've got to be a bit careful with my gold. It's yeah, it is a bit of a problem. Anyway, we'll just continue on. So Petrai is damaged and needs repair. So that also needs to be repaired. So they both tried to revolt against us taking too much population. Yep, just press enter. It's getting weaker and weaker, and not sure how. Okay, so where's that? That's Lucretius's army. This is Lydos's army. Oh, he's on an area of poor supply. So that's 100% supply in through there. Just come and grab the stuff in the middle. So it's pretty much at the edge of what we can supply until we actually sort of get roads built, and we'll be able to do that one fairly soon. Let's keep this one moving across. This one, actually, we're building there, so I can't repair that just yet. There we go. We've now got ourselves a settler unit. And we can use this one to build roads. And so what I want to do is definitely want to get a road built across to Petrai. So I'm just going to go and build a route. So we'll just start to connect these different cities up. So that's 100% in through there. It's 100% down that way as well. Okay, but 100%, yeah, it's very poor over that other side. That's 100% back over there. We'll move into the middle again. And to fight in these forests, the Peltasts aren't going to be any good. So I probably won't be using Peltasts for quite some time. So Seminellum is ready for more repairs. Oh, damn it, they keep on... they're unhappy with us. So what's happening here is that because we took it over by force, the current loyalty is only 27%. The general morale is only 26%. So I probably really should move one of these forces in just to sort of sit on the city, I think. Anyway, we'll press enter. That's 100%. That's 100%. Let's just move on up. It's 80%, 60%, 90%. So I can't really march out that way, so let's just move this one back in. Enter to end our turn. And we're at 4.5 now. Our gold is going backwards, so that's a bit of a problem. Let's just see if we can get trading in here. Okay, so city makes more money than it consumes by increasing its production. I think I'm going to force this along a little bit. Just get it to start doing that. And with this one as well, once we actually get this road built up through there, I'll continue on with that one. Everything else is pretty much okay. So I'll move that one north, I think. Really could have done with a second of these settler units. Actually, they're not really settlers. They're more builders or workers. They're like your worker unit, your basic worker unit. Your settler's probably not the right terminology for it. Okay, so we'll leave that one where it is. And what was I going to do? Nothing there, so we've got everyone moved. If I just press space, okay, this guy can still move. We do have 100% supply up through here. What I want to do is I want to be blocking off terrain. Let's just move into there. Now, nothing actually took over here. It means that there's more things to be had over this side. There could be other cities and things, but I'm just going to move him back now into the 100%. We can just press enter to end our turn. And we've now got Petrai is now connected with the road. Let's move these together, I guess. Okay, and is that all we can do? This one can still move. They're quite ragged, these guys, so yeah, it's not great. That one can still actually move. I'll just press E and then end the turn. Oh, here we go. We've found someone. We've found Pergamon, I think. Let's have a look and see. All right, we've actually come across two other different units, and we're at war with them. So Pergamon is up through here. We can see that their population is heaps more than ours, but their economy, power, and country size is lower than ours. So we are going to be wanting to get that other city fairly quickly, I think, just so we can actually have a staging point further up ahead. And that's going to mean, just trying to think about what that's going to mean as far as everything else is concerned. Let's just go back and have a look over here. We've got the Bosrans as well, or yeah, Bospran. And once again, they've got heaps more population than us, and the economy, power, and country size. We're still actually we're okay. We're going on expansion, whereas what they're doing is just is establishing everything for themselves. Now we are going to be wanting to get more cities ourselves, and we really should be building them fairly soon, I think. I'm really now in two minds as to whether to keep on exploring and expanding, or to use these nomads to actually build some cities, build some other cities around the place. I don't really have the population in here to be able to sort of cope with that just yet. Maybe I use one of them for those, and the other one I just keep on using for exploring. Yes, until I really get on top of that, it's going to be hard for me to sort of build my armies. Right, so where are we? What has to be done? Actually, that's not what we want. Now that one's now built the roadway, and I think I'll just keep on building roads further up. Build them up to there, just so we get more supplies. So let's build ourselves a second city. We can't build one there. I'm not sure what... Oh, hang on. This one needs to heal up before he can build cities. So we've now got 100% supply back out this side. So I'll move him back out just to keep on expanding out the other way. Press enter. They're all 100%. Just move away from that boat. Okay, so we've captured a lot of the interim territory in through here. This has now all become our territory as well. So there's a lot of place for us to build extra cities. Just press enter. That's still 100% over through there as well. That's good. These are all 100% supply. And we're getting good vantage points, good view as to what's going on. So we've got a lot of forest. And as I said at the start, unfortunately, we don't perform all that well in the forest itself. So yeah, there's only very, very poor supply back out this other side. Let's go and change. This one is petrifying. Don't know how we get rid of that. But we're going to need to get trade in through here as well. So we'll just get both those cities sort of building up trade, just so we can get on top of this gold situation, which is going backwards. Here's the other enemy. Now they'll be bringing invaders across. What I think I might do is, I do want that city pretty badly. So I think I'll actually just keep on marching this one out. One thing I can do, my food is also going backwards. I really do need to get on top of that as well. So let's just go back and start building growing areas. Now that's only 89%. That's 100% there. You know, I think I might start to build cities in close and then come back out and do we take that one on? I don't think we do. I think we're just going to build some cities around the place and work from there. So if we move that one's forest in there, which will give us a little bit of a we need a city on the coast as well, just so we can actually build some other sorts of like some naval units. Might build a city over here, I think. And I think I'll use this one to build a city as well. Probably build this one down the south, just where it's fairly lush. Just get a few things on the coast. Press enter. Okay, so we're because we haven't been able to build any ships yet at all. Okay, so this one we're just going to start to build fields. And enter. You should just see a comment there. So Captain Nexus is saying the developer is here, so you can ask all the questions about the game. Yeah, this is an incredible game too. Like the yeah, so the dev. I'm not sure which one is the dev in the chat actually. So the names aren't. And I'm sorry, I've missed a lot of the comments. I've just been trying to sort of make up for lost ground. Anyway, we'll move across here. We'll just keep on building more and more of the fields. It's funny because I've recorded a full series. I'm still actually uploading them, and I am so impressed with this game. It's actually we've got rivers and plains there. That's okay. Plains across there and jungle back over that side. That's all right. I think I'll build here because I can then build up around it. So we'll ultimately build a city back in through here. Just press enter. And now can we build the city? Must be at full strength. Okay, so we need to have this guy at full strength. What's he on at the moment? Next turn he'll be full strength, so I'll just get him to heal himself up. That's going to be the same problem back over here as well. So we've got a couple of fields now over this side. For our Peltasts, we're going to be ultimately wanting to get rid of all the forest, but there's a hell of a lot of forest to get rid of. I think we'll just keep on building roads at this point in time. So we'll come back down to where these bridges are. In fact, we'll just go and get a route across to that zone. So he'll automatically build the road across. Press enter. Oh, okay. So Pavel KX is saying it's okay. So Pavel KX is the dev. Okay, great. So yep. So the supplies very much depend on the terrain type. The more impassable terrain, the faster the supply percentage goes down. Great. I'll try to read what you say out aloud so that anyone that watches this afterwards can get a feel for it. But God, this is a good game. With the recording that I did, like it's 14 episodes long before it finally got to... Oh, here we go. Peace. Yes, we want peace. So we'll go with that one. It was... the more I played it, the more I enjoyed it. It was damn good. God, it was a good game. Oh, it is a good game. So we can now build ourselves a town. I'll just go a little bit sort of closer into the middle of these. We'll just get another one of those. This one still can't build anything. It's only 80%. That's 100% up through there. We haven't got that one captured. Let's just take as much territory until he heals up properly. We'll just sort of keep him going. So the Nomads can settle cities like down through here as well. Press enter to end our turn. And that's now 100% over through here. I wouldn't mind just sort of seeing what's going on. So actually I might just move up to that edge. Yeah, I don't know if I can take that. Okay, so our military is actually technically at 54%. That's still a long way to go. It's now short odds to actually capture that territory. It's only 80%. That's still 100% in there. I will go to that one. And this unit through here, actually, we still had other places we could go up into that zone as well. So we've now got ourselves a road that goes all the way through to there. That's going to mean that we're going to have better supplies, I think, in through some of these areas. I'm not 100% sure about that. Let's just go and not use that city. Hang on. I'll just move this one out onto the plains, and we'll just start to build yet more of the food. So we just get more food resources. It looks like our gold has now sort of started to correct itself a little bit, which is excellent. And so we'll build fields there. Maybe I should leave at least one unit around. Actually, we're up to 15.5 now, so I'm going to keep that going now until we get to around about 20 before I start building the next lot of units. So we'll just press enter again. And it's more plains. One thing I'm not sure about is if I build something here where neither city actually has control, I'm not sure if the food uses the roads. I'll still do it anyway because ultimately we will end up there, but I'm not sure if that actually does work that way. So maybe Pable KX could let us know about that one. So Pable is saying overexpansion doesn't exist, but the consequences matter. If you're spreading too fast, you would get out of supply lines. Your loyalty would be very low and prone to... Oh, there we go. God, it's so deep. This game has got such depth. It's just incredible. So there's not really a hell of a lot I can do. It's got short odds to take on that city. I sort of would like to get it, but I'm going to come back and then use this one just to establish more cities sort of in around our core zones. We need to sort of focus on that, I think, a little bit, just to sort of build up more and more of the of actually our base area. One thing we can do is we can go and build ourselves a blacksmith, which is worth doing. So they've got a three tile radius. So if I wanted to get, for example, if I position a blacksmith in there, I get all of those plus all of these. I don't get this one down there, but that's going to give me, don't think I'm going to get that one over there. If I go to there, I get that, but I don't get these other two. So that there is, I think, the best spot for a blacksmith, which is then going to give me a big boost to everything that we're sort of building. So let's build a blacksmith at that location. Press enter. Okay, so we'll... this one's still quite badly wounded. What I might just do is I might just get him to heal himself and just sit there. Right, so we'll go back across to here, this plane, and just keep on building up the what we've got. Keep him healing up. Press enter. Okay, so people are saying cities have range, and food and wood is harvested only in that range. So with bigger city size, the range expands. And so like if I right click on Petrai, for example, it's just the cross. Does that mean it's only taking stuff from here, isn't it? So you're getting a little bit of food, a little bit of wood. Over through here, we're not getting anything. So with that one over through here in mind, until this gets to a level 3, I think level 3 gives you a bigger square. So I'm not getting the yield from here in that case. I think that's what you're... yeah, so there's no yield like other than through these sort of cardinal points for these smaller cities. But once this gets to level 3, then we'll get the other points as well. All right, so we'll... who hasn't moved? This one here. So we can move across. This is actually, even though it's got forest on there, it is actually still a plain. Okay, and we'll queue up some fields for that one to be built as well. Keep on healing this one up. And we'll press enter. We're now nearly at 20, so I could probably grab myself another unit. We're still at war. Oh, there we go. So Pergamon has actually now given us a peace treaty as well. So I'll go to peace with each of these different units. And now we're going to be needing to do a number of different things. We still need to keep on expanding, but I think I'm going to go and grab another of their settler units. Actually, what can I build? Yeah, I'll build... Actually, I can't afford a settler. I don't have enough gold. In that case, I better get on top of my gold problems first. So let's go and make this into a trading... We'll get a trading area for that one. This one still hasn't Hasn't got back to full health just yet. Okay, Pavel is also saying I should connect these things up with the different roads as well. So that's, yeah, actually I forgot to do that. I've got a few of them that don't have roads. Actually, that one does have a road, but this one don't. This one doesn't, and these don't either. So what's happening there, just to explain to the viewers, is that you can see here the iron mine is now producing at 2.2. The stone quarry, actually, that's don't know why that's only 1.6. This one's only 1.3 without the road. It does say that there is a bridge in good order in there. But what's happening over here? We've got they're 1.6, 1.6, whereas this coal mine over here is 2.2. So yeah, it's the so we're getting 1.6 because of this. But if I connect them with the road, we should then get the 2.2. I don't know if we can see if I click on this production. Yeah, it's not really telling me much information there, which is unusual for this game. There's so much information, actually, in the tooltips as well. It is pretty amazing. Okay, so Space, this guy has now finished his turn, so let's go and build ourselves more roads. We're going to be wanting roads back out this side. There's a lot of rivers and things across here, and ultimately we will be wanting to spread these out, so I might as well just build a road in through here. That's going to ultimately then allow me to build the road into this coal mine, and then we'll get better resources from that one. Yeah, the gold. We're building more gold there. Hang on. You got it. Just press enter and end our turn. Yep. So he's still not ready, and then we'll just move across. I'll just build a route across to that zone. And just press enter. Uh-oh. Pontus has landed on our coast. Okay, so Kibicus squad leads the first wave of invading forces. Now, where'd they come? They came in over through here, which means that they've come in through the waterways. So that's a similar sort of unit to us. So I'm going to move this unit back across, and we want to be fighting in the forest. So that really does mean that we're going to be needing to get more of those nomads. The Peltasts aren't going to be all that great. In fact, I think that's what they're going to be using. So let's go with the nomad, and we'll just press enter to continue. Just see what it... Oh, we lost sight of who he was. He's still injured. Yeah, I think I'll just come back into this forest and just let him heal up properly. Even if we lose the top half of the map, it's just what we're going to have to put up with. So we've now got the road back across through here. I can keep on building bridges and things back that side, but let's go back and develop the other side. Now we're going to be wanting to get another city back in through here somewhere, I'm thinking. So I might even just build a route. Yep, that will go in the right direction. So I'll just go on building. Oh, hang on, who have we got over here? We've got more of these guys. So we've got more boats and things in through here. We're going to need to get a navy to push the group from Pontus back away from us. Just press enter. There's our next fighter. Move him up. So we've now got a road that goes all the way around this side. So we've got sort of like a bit of a ring road. And I'm going to bring this one across now, back up to this other territory. And where is it? So this one here, we still need to keep him healed up. Okay, it looks like he's now getting close. And enter to end the turn. There we are, seeing that one, I think. We've found some extra stone deposits. We're still not catching him. This guy still needs to heal up. And we'll move across into here. Just connect these up as well. Press enter. Okay, this guy is now healed up. So we'll move him up this way. And we want to stay out of the plains. We want to be fighting in the forest with our nomads. So I'm going to move them both into that tile. Like, I think I can have 3 in one tile. Up to 3 units. Peace proposal from Pontus. I'll accept that once again. At this point in time, there's no point really trying to get too aggressive. I would like to find out what they are, though. I didn't get a good view of who they actually were. Okay, and then we just need to get another road back over to there. Actually, one thing I can do, I'm not sure if I can, yeah, no, I'm not really seeing much. So this is all my territory back out this side. I might start to build some cities over through this side as well. Like even where I am here would be a fairly good place to build a city, I think. I mean, I probably should come back further down. But we'd be sort of on forest, which means that I could end up with just a unit sitting in the forest. We've still got forest underneath there as well. Which way should we do this? Now that we're no longer at war, we don't need to sort of worry too much about them. Yeah, I've got actually our wood is going backwards as well. Yeah, I think we do need to focus on just getting more cities and things. Actually, I wouldn't mind another city back down through here, to be honest, just somewhere miles away from everywhere, even in the middle here. Actually, I don't really need it there. Probably over here. I can't get to build ships there. I can do it here. So let's just go and move that one down. While we've got peace, these little blue crosses means that I can build cities in these locations as well. So, now I don't really want it to be sort of too close into where they are, but I mean, I could just build one here, or even on the coast, or even come back in a little bit. I might do that actually. I might build a city back in the middle of this forest. Let's do that. Just go a little bit random with everything. Okay, so let's just forest in through there. So we need to now get another route across to that location. And ultimately he'll be able to build there. Okay, so people are saying you should build a town somewhere close to the forest to get the wood. Yeah, so this one should actually pick up wood, but only from territory that's mine, I guess. So I wanted to move back away. So we'll see this, actually this one here, if we click on the town itself. Hang on. What's it doing?
What can I do for you?
There we go. So we are picking up a little bit of forest, a little bit of wood through there, a little bit of wood from there. Hardly anything from these. So, actually, yeah. So it's really cool the way the game actually does work. It's actually picking up the extra wood from in there. So I should start to see bonuses now. Does that mean that we should? There's a hill over there. I think I'll just keep on building into these territories. So I'll just wait for the next turn. We'll just press enter. And in this case, we will not fortify. We want to build. Oh, we don't have enough resources. Don't have enough wood just yet. Next turn, we will have enough to build into here. Although maybe I just keep. Actually, I've got a lot of citizens now. In fact, before we do this, let's have a look and see how we compare. We're still a long way behind in population. Their power is now fairly high. Oops, hang on. Where was it? Back down through here. The others... Yep, once again, their population is much, much better than mine. Yeah, but it is sort of coming back. But they're also their relative power is also increasing. Okay, so now, Pavel, with the reason that this is scratchy, as in that the city itself has got problems, what does that mean? I'm not sure exactly why some of the cities end up with sort of like tattered flags, or like the capital does. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure how what that's representing. It sort of looks like it should be something down through here. So it's 3.8 size down that side. Defense bonus plus 60%. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, happiness of the citizens. Okay. Oh, it's this. Okay, so the happiness of 72.4. There we go. So, and we're going backwards. So our citizens are unhappy. I might just pull this back a little bit, just to get more resources. I'm not sure which resources this applies to either. So with that one in there, we'll build, change specialization. We've got the Nomads. I'm sort of thinking that they're going to be my most valuable unit, to be honest. I've still got that one settler just building roads. I think I might just grab myself another Nomad. So I think I'll build... Actually, now I can't afford that one, so I'm just going to press enter. And we'll now build the city. Okay, so we've now got a road connected up through to here, which means that we should be able to surround this city if we wanted to. But I'll need to get an army set up to do that. I want to build roads out this way as well, so we can keep on expanding and exploring the rest of that part of the landmass. We'll just press enter. Okay, so we'll go back into this territory, and this guy, I'm going to keep him as a defender. So I won't settle him in an actual city. Not yet, anyway. Once again, we've got a lot of citizens. Maybe I do grab another one of those. Just keep on getting them.
Yes, sir.
That one can't do anything just yet. Yeah, we'll just press enter. Okay, so we've got this unit. I don't think we're going to be able to really do much against this city with these units. I'll probably need to get another one as well, ultimately.
Yes, sire.
But let's just keep on building roads. Just build a dirt road in that location. Actually, did I build a second one? I didn't realise I even did. Well, in that case, I will take that city at the top, and we'll just keep on building out the. Just press enter for now. Now that's one of their builder units. Just press E to skip that unit. Yeah, I would like to take that town, actually. I do want that. Just press enter. Now, Pergamon is right on that border. This is unowned. I'll grab that. All right, and now we're starting to sort of see more of their territories. That is still unowned.
You got it. Woo!
Yeah, that's fine. Keep them back where they are. I think we're done. Oh no, that one still has to build its road. And press enter. I'm not seeing any other borders out through here just yet either. Now, these guys can't expand borders, so I might as well. Do I want that city? You know, I don't know if I want that city. It's going to be sort of like it's right up against the outside edge. If that's unowned, maybe it is worth getting. Now down through here. Yeah, that's the edge of the green player's territory, and we do actually have desert in through there. Just press enter. Uh-oh. Oh, current administration. You go and be appointed. Actually, that's one thing I should do. I'm still a despotism. Yep, these guys aren't happy. I better change my government. I need gold. I need gold for it. Damn it. Okay, so I need more gold. We'll go and fix this up. I'll build a road there, just so we've got a road that does extend across that way if we need it. Okay, they haven't taken that yet. They are building. It's still unowned. It's equal chances. Withdrawal chance of 0%. Boy, do I want to do this or not? If it's only equal, I don't think I'll bother. I'll let them have that city for now. We'll move back. So Cable Nexus is saying you can probably make trade with Pontus already since you have a trade route. Let's have a look and see. I should be able to if I just see if they'll do it. I don't know if they will. Just do city visibility, tile visibility, and trade routes. Just see if they'll actually open that up as a first step. Actually, with yeah, Pergamon. No, that's okay. Got what you need. Hi, Sithel. How are you? And anybody else that's joined us, welcome. Enter. I would like to get some fighting in as well, just so you guys can see that. Treaty with Pergamon has signed successfully. What I'm going to do is, because I started so late, so I'm going to be going for probably about another 3/4 of an hour, I guess. And then we'll sort of call it to a close at that point. Once again, really sorry for missing the time. I don't know what happened there, because I in my head I had 6 a.m. my time, right from when we first started talking about it. So I don't know what was going on. Alter the treaty. So Pergamon. Oh, hang on. Yes, so they've actually accepted that. Great. So we now have a trade route or trade route. You can see there between these two cities. This is now the trade route across to Pergamon. Oh wow, they're massive. They are massive. Okay, so we can establish trade with them. So from Noviondum across to Pax Julia, or Pax Lulia. Who's got to move? This guy has to move. Okay, and this unit in through here, I still want to keep on just developing up the territory, so I might bring him back at this stage. Press enter. Capital Nexus is saying you can see the trade route. Oh, there we go. They've actually changed their trade route. That's their capital. That's the new trade route. So they've gotten rid of it. Gotten rid of the old one. This guy needs to move across to here. And with this one, I think I might just double check and just sort of see what the cities are building. This one does actually have trade. It's still got petrifying. This one I think we'll get trade in through here just so we can get on top of the gold. This is one thing I didn't do in my actual playthrough that I'm recording. We've got trade through there. We don't actually have defense or anything like that. I'll leave that off for now. Happiness is now coming good again. Everything else is sort of improving. Yep, so that's okay. And I won't build any more units just yet. I probably should get another one of these and possibly start... I mean, the Peltasts are going to be important, but maybe I can just do everything I need to with just Nomads because there's so much forest. I need to find an enemy. Maybe this guy down here could be the enemy. We're still a little way off doing things anyway. What else can we build? Shipyard. Still can't afford the gold. The gold is the problem in through here. The only thing I can actually build at the moment is the fort. I do want to get a shipyard down in Labosia. Looks like there's war. Actually, no. It looks like it closes off. Yep, that's an enclosed lake. That's no good. So I do need to get another port over this side. In fact, this is probably where I'm going to need to really be building most of my ships. Back in this other side. Maybe even need to go both sides. That's quite interesting, actually. I love the maps. You know, with this sort of dynamic, it makes it quite tricky. Okay, so we'll bring in one of these units across. We'll just see where they can go. That one it can build in there, but I think I'd prefer to build back over in here somewhere. Just keep this one fairly close, fairly central. Got a funny feeling that Pontus is going to declare war soon. Sort of getting close. I might just move that one back up into the forest defensively. And you can just keep on getting more fields. And enter to end the turn. Okay, Lancer is saying, can you build new roads? Yes, I can, depending on where I want to go. And at this point in time, I don't want to build too much infrastructure because this is where the attacks will come in. And by that stage, I'm going to need to be building armies. And I'm going to need gold and all sorts of things to actually have all that under control. And that's just not going to happen in the short term. I might even open up this territory. There is actually jungle and stuff, and I think I might just get rid of the jungle. And, just see what this. Oops, hang on. This city. I'm getting limited wood from here. If I get rid of the water from the jungle, that'll then become forest. That may sort of help us a little bit with the wood. Yeah, the wood has been a bit of a problem. But the gold is, I think, my main issue is really just not having enough gold anywhere. So hopefully this will sort of settle itself out okay. And then we do need to get... I think I might go to... Actually, what's that one? That's a hill. Would have been good on a hill, to have a city on a hill. Let's just move this one out to here. And this one we actually are in the forest. I'm just going to put this into a fortified position at that location, just so we can protect both these cities, if he needs to. Actually, if the enemy attack, there's no declare war and then attack the next turn. They just attack. So maybe we don't do that. Maybe we just move him off. Pavel is saying you should start building trading improvements in cities. Okay, so we've been offered a treaty through here. City visit, yeah, we'll go with that one. That way we'll be able to get trade with them as well. Oh, the Bosphorans have declared war on us. That's what we thought might actually happen. Perfect, perfect. So we are going to need to come back down this side. March these guys down. In that case, it's still a long way off. They're going to have... I'm not going to build the city here now, but I am going to still need to get a navy at some point. So, decisions. So, if we build trade improvements... Actually, that's still building at this point in time. So, start building trading improvements in cities. Now, the trading improvements... Are there extra things that I'm not aware of? It's just defense points for the defense and the stockade. Is it just the trading area that... Because I've got them pretty much now in every city, I think. That one's trading. This one doesn't. Okay, get more trade in through there. Okay, so... we'll just go out to the border, I think, with our forces. And I might build myself another of those nomads. Oh my god, look how strong these guys are already. Oh boy. Okay, so there's forest in there as well, technically, even though it doesn't look it. And we do have 100% supply. Let's just see what we can see. I'm going to drain the swamp, and that's going to then change that into forest. So we'll get rid of the jungle. Yeah, they are powerful. Yeah, gold is still very, very weak. Now this is all out in the scrub, which is all very, very out in the open. I think I'm just going to put these into a defensive position, sort of on the edge of the border. Probably even where that one is, back in through there, is going to be the better spot for it. Just press enter again. Okay, Pavel's asking if I've connected the gold mine by road. I thought I had. I'll double check it though. Will you cancel peace with Pontus because of the demand from Pergamon? Boy, I'm actually more scared of Pontus, so no. Now I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means that we end up with. Oh, hang on. Now we've got an army is now starving. Is it this army here? Well supplied. It's this one here. It's only 60%. I thought that would have been fine. That's strange. Okay, so I thought the roads actually gave bonuses to everything, but they don't. So there's a hill there. I'll settle that one back on that hill and let it sort of come good over there. I might build myself another city back over this side. Actually, I won't. I'll just tell it not to move there. We'll move to there and then settle in through there. Now the gold mine. Oops, hang on. Yeah, that one does have a dirt road underneath it. I've only got the one gold mine. So where's their capital? Let's have a look and see. We're only at war with one other faction. We're still at peace with these. If we right-click on that, we can then see that they're at war with both of these and at peace with us. And they're at war with both as well. Okay, so so really we're the only. So the Bosphorans are at war with everybody. Press enter. I think I might come across. We'll just start to build up bits and pieces in through there, and then we'll have to start to take these guys on. Now they've got they're in the waterway, so we do need to get some of our guys need to come across. Now we can start to build up more of the. Probably get another one of the nomad units, I think. Actually, the Peltasts would be good once we get off out of the forest. They're cheaper. Actually, not as cheap with gold. So let's go and grab that one. Get another nomad unit. And then we can at least start to take things on. Like if I attack with that unit, it's good prospects. But I don't want to do that until I've actually got like a bit of an army. So I'll just stay where I am in the forest. Across and press enter. There's our second unit. Trade proposal. So the way this confuses me a little bit as well. They're offering me 1 iron, and I can actually then go and choose from any of these things to sort of provide them with. If I go with citizens, I think that means I'm going into the slave trade. So what have I got a heap of? I've got a heap of, actually I've got a heap of iron. That's the one thing we really don't need. So I think I'll actually just get, rid of that one. I won't worry about that one. So I'll leave that one where it is. Pixel is saying, to ensure peace, dads must prepare for war. Okay, so we're just going to move this one across. I'm going to go down around the coast road. So that one still can't do. Why can't it build a road? Oh, insufficient movement points. That's okay. This unit will just move out. Once we get 2 of these units across the other side, then we'll be okay. In fact, I might even move this one up and use this unit to build the city because he's not injured. Press enter. And we want to build bridges in there. And this one, we will move that up. Yeah, tile supply is very, very weak, but by the time we get another city back over through here somewhere, in fact, we've got a forest tile in there as well. But no, I think I'll just build it in there where we sort of chose to build it. They're building stockades in all of their cities, but I don't have the gold to do that. Okay, so that one's down there. Yeah, only 30% supply on those locations. We'll heal him up. Okay, now we can build roads. And end our turn. Okay, so we've got a road there. Now we could actually build more food. Food is still a bit of a problem. I might just build that while we're here, and then we'll keep on building the road across. Let's build our next city over through this side. This unit just has to keep on healing up. This should then sort of boost a little bit more with our supplies. Oh no! This is rage quit time. So Pax Lulia decided to join Pontus. Oh no, 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 no! That's not good. So the happiness is, I guess, the problem. So we've lost this city. Oh, no. That's so annoying. That's so frustrating. Why did it do that? At least this one's happy enough now. Ah, what a shame. What a shame. Maybe I'm sort of building things too separate. Like you'll sort of see that their cities are all quite compacted, really, with the way that they sort of build up. Oh, okay, so that's a setback. That's a big setback. Okay, so Pavel is saying this event is not a random event. This is based on calculation of happiness, fear, and rebel moods. Yeah, it's sort of funny. Some like a lot of the game is not random, is it? Like there's like things actually build up. What could I have done to have fixed that though? Like it's and I guess this is now the next one that's in trouble. Do I need to have? Maybe I need to actually have more units up the top. I might go and grab myself. The Nomads cost less gold, so I might just grab myself another Nomad unit. Keep garrison in there. Yeah, yep, okay. It also means Pontus is not afraid to go into war, right? Keep garrison unit there and make them happy. Build improvements and have enough resources. Yep. So I'm playing on hard now, which I haven't played on before. So this is and it is a little bit more difficult than what I'm used to, which is good. They're powerful. Got so many units.
Are you ready?
People in Petrai formed a militia unit. Where was that? I think I saw that up here. Great. Okay, so we actually have an extra one up there anyway. In that case, I will just keep them garrisoned. In fact, I can actually now start to train them if I wanted to as well. I can train with defense or attack force. I'm going to not do that with these Nomad units. I'm just going to go and fortify on that position. And these aren't really close enough to anyone else, I guess, so that they shouldn't flip over. But this would be the bad one. So really, the lesson there is I should have actually kept some forces on the border, which I didn't do. Now that unit still has to heal up, and we'll press enter to continue on. Okay, so Pavel is saying you can actually go to the happiness map and see the fear. No, we're not going to declare. We're going to keep the war going with these guys. Influence in Pontus in Petrai is growing, and the morale is at 19%. Wow. Okay. Nibosia demanded a change of local government. Actually, that's one thing I've got to do. I've got to get up to 20 gold so I can change to a monarchy. I'm unhappy with the current administration and call for a new governor. It's back in our hands. Oh my God. Everything is going to crap. So the happiness map. Now, where's that? That's down here, I think, somewhere, isn't it? That's trees and fog, top view, trade routes, supply, colour. That's not it either. No, that's not it. So where's the happiness map? Where is that? Click on the icons at the top. Oh, okay. Ah, right. Okay, so there we go. So with the happiness, yeah, so local happiness 79%, 120%, 76, 92 it's okay in there. Hang on, so where's our fear? Where's the fear? Everything looks reasonably okay from what I can sort of see in through there. But why are they under revolt? Maybe your heart is actually a little bit beyond me. Government impact. Yeah, I need to get this across to a monarchy. I need gold. I need gold urgently. So keep that one back where it is. What needs to be healed? Hasta. Needs to be fixed up, so we'll fix that one up. This thing still has to be healed. Okay, we've got another one of these units. Let's move that across to the front. Press enter. Okay, so Pavel is saying if it's below 100%, that's not good. That's basically the point where they can revolt. So I need to get my gold up somehow, and it's not moving at all. We're not getting any movement at all. I don't know how to get gold quickly unless I somehow do a trade. Maybe we can do that. There's trade. There we go. There's trade. So we'll sign a trade, and what we want is we want them to supply us with gold. And I'm just going to, I think if I, actually, how do I do this? There's a way I can do it where I can just say, that's what I want. We'll give as much iron as they want. We'll give, say, 48. Free offer, or a gift. Resource amount. I'm not sure how to make this into something where it's where I get, you know, specific things. Let's just go to say 26. Will they do that? Counter proposal. Offer my proposal. I guess I just offer my proposal and just see what actually happens. Oh, these values are per turn. Okay, so we don't want that. Okay, so we'll just get a small amount. I could just change the turn length. I'll do 8 of mine and do 4 of theirs, or 5 of theirs, or something like that. And we'll do it for 15 turns, see if that will actually work. I might make this even. We might go even higher, just see how that works. So I'm not sure what the value is, how much they value this. Let's just do the offer. Okay, so that's where we are with. So we're actually offering a fair bit for gold. Let's see how that actually does work. Actually, people are saying don't overpay them. Oh, look, I got heaps of it. I got heaps of it, and we've only got 20 minutes left. So I wanted to get some fighting done, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I think my development is just so poor that we're not going to actually get there. So I should have played on medium. I think to sort of show that off, but at least it is sort of showing the game how involved the game actually is, I guess. Now, who hasn't moved? This guy here. He's now ready to go. So I'm going to keep him. That is now 100% down in that area. We'll move back down that way. We'll move across into Hasta and leave him where he is. Just see if they accept this proposal. Great. So we now are going to be getting gold. So that's good. So we've got heaps of iron. We're getting heaps of iron per turn as well. So we'll now be getting +5 per turn, and we can get up to 20, which is what we need to get to then become a monarchy. So I'm going to fortify that position. This unit, I'm just going to keep on building roads out. Now we've got more units back down that way. Is that 100%? Yep, tile 100%. If I attack it, oh no, I just moved in there, so that's not great. Hang on, wrong unit. Okay, so Right Shoe is saying, is it possible to improve gold income by research? No, I don't think it is. I should have probably played with the research tab on. I actually haven't. My research is pretty poor as well. In fact, everything I've done in this is very, very poor. If we go across to, you see, I'm not researching anything because I can't afford anything just yet. So if we have a look at this, I'm pretty sure I think it's all hidden. Yeah, it's all hidden beyond there. I don't know if there's anything that actually improves the gold. One of the great things about this game, and I quite like that it doesn't sort of overdo things. Like when you do get a development, it's still fairly subtle. Like the blacksmith is probably the big one as far as actually getting the getting everything to sort of come good. Actually, people are saying there are some city improvements which lower the cost, for example. Also, better road connection, paved roads, multiply the effect of mines. Yeah. So one of the things I really like about the game, and the more I play it, the more I like it, is that there's no sort of magical fix to things. You've got to sort of, I don't know, work with the system to a large degree. But by the positive of that, like the negative are that when you are struggling, it's hard to get out of a position like this. But the positives are these units are going to be valuable right till the very end of the game. And so there's some really good things like that, for example, that work very, very well. I'm just going to fortify, and hopefully they'll attack me in that position. I'm just going to build another road a little bit further on, just so that we get more supply. I would like to get some fighting going on, but I don't know if we're going to see it, unfortunately. My development is so poor in this that yeah, we're not really sort of seeing things. But you can see just in the comments that Pavel KX is actually sort of saying that there's a lot going on. Now that's been damaged. It did withdraw from the fight. I won't build the road any further than that. We'll just move him back now and just start. There's grasslands in through there, so we'll get more food. Food is still struggling a little bit. Gold is nearly ready for us to flip across to Monarchy. I should have done the Monarchy a long time ago. It's still all open. Nobody's claimed that gold mine. You can see the comparison of just how much these guys have got in comparison to us. Great, okay. Okay, so Councillor, preparations for war. We know war with Bosphorus. Yeah, army expenditures are growing. I won't read all that. We'll just go okay. And this one, we just want to get more food. And press enter. When the one thing I would like to see, I'm not sure how to get the get this thing to re-show itself. I'll show you the last reports. There we go. So attacker has been defeated. Yeah. So okay, this is good. Actually, I have never seen this before. So I didn't know how to bring this up until right now. So this is great. It does allow you to go back and see what actually happened with the attacks. I thought it must be in here somewhere because everything else is in the game, but I wasn't sure how to. Like I keep on missing things that are sort of showing up up through there. Now we do actually have a few things. We've got forced labour, promote imperial cult is available, and another forced labour in through there. What these are if I go back up to the state decisions. So I've got a few different things, and these often don't show up until certain things actually sort of appear. So, Imperial Cult positively affects army morale and influence, but increases resource usage, which I don't want to be doing. Infiltration, increasing usage of gold. I don't want to be doing that. Games of skill, increases usage of food and gold. I can't do that either. So, forced labour positively affects production, but has negative effect on happiness and resource. Yeah, which is I can't do that either. I really can't afford to indenture my forces. Now we do have 100% supply back in through here. I'm sort of tempted to march out, and also the unit will have less movement because of the attack that it had to hold off. What I might just do is I might move this unit out. And just have a bit of a look and see what we can see. Press enter. Yeah, you look at the comparison of a player who has got their economy working well, and me. Oh, we've got enough gold. Yeah, just looking at the comments there. So they're offering us a different treaty. So we've got, this is Pergamon, so they want to have unit visibility as well. Map, yep, information and map exchange. Yep, we'll do that. So we'll sort of get to see what they've seen. Once again, another really cool aspect is that even though there's going to be fog of war, if they've discovered things underneath here, by that agreement allows me to at least have the information that they had. There's just so much to like about this game. It's like just little things, but God, it's good. So 33rd Ulrich is saying, "Wow, never saw or heard anything about this game. Looks like civilization/colonization game. Yeah, it's an awesome game. Pavel KX is the dev. He's in the also giving comments. So by all means, ask questions because there's some really cool things about this game. It's incredibly deep, but it's also intuitive, which is great. Now we've got 100% supply through there. Got short odds. Let's just move a little bit further afield. That's just going to capture a little bit more territory back. Not that we get anything for that, but it's why not? We might as well do it. Now this unit in through here still needs to heal up, so I'll let him heal. That unit has now got the farming up in through there. I don't want to be pushing my luck too much anywhere up this way. There's really not much else we can develop up through this side. So just keep on building roads. In fact, they're over here now. Wow. Okay, so they've pushed forward into this region. There was a gold mine. I could have gone across and got that. I think. Oh, hang on. No, that's their capital. Unless they've moved their capital to there. Maybe they started there. Anyway, whatever it is, it's. I've got to somehow felt that I've missed an opportunity back over that other side. We'll press enter. Your Cable Nexus is saying it's deep, but doesn't have that huge learning curve that some games have. It does and it doesn't. The intuitive nature of the game actually makes it so that it still makes sense. Okay, now we've finally got enough of our of technology or knowledge to be able to start doing things, so we can get extra movement. The galley is something that I do want to get, and that's going to require another 9. This is really quite slow the way this is sort of going. So I think what I'll do is, instead of going with the extra movement, I think I'll wait for the galley. So I'll just wait until we get up to, what do we need? We needed about 50 for that one. In fact, I keep on forgetting to do it. So they've now offered us a change. Trade routes. Yep, we'll go okay. And let's now change our government. So we'll go from Despotism to Monarchy. And you can see here that the difference is that we get plus 17% with gold. We chew up a little bit more of the coal and the rock and the iron, but then we get extra food, wood, all the stuff we need, and knowledge. Like all of it. Oh, God, I should have done this so long ago. We're now a Monarchy. The happiness will start to go a little bit higher as well. So, yeah, but that was a really bad move, not actually going to a Monarchy earlier in the game. But we've finally got enough gold to be able to do that. Now, they've got a force in there. That's still 100% supplied. I think I'm going to move back, though. We're going to be in the scrub. We're going to be sort of out in the open with this particular group. It's an uncertain outcome. So I'll move back there. And move across. And enter. Okay, they're at war. Yeah, they're going to be fighting out in the open. They've got a difference. These are North African fighters. They fight better in the desert, like mine don't. Okay, we still can't do that, so I'll hold off. Build more bridges. Okay, we've got short odds against that unit, so I don't want to be doing that. I'll just go back into the defensive area. What I might do is I might go and grab myself another, like one of the better units that we have. Oops, I keep on doing that. Keep on right-clicking in the wrong places. And we'll build a Peltast. And We've only got a few more minutes to play, so if you do have any questions, now would be a time, I guess. Yeah, just ask away if you need to know anything before we sort of finish the stream. And yet again, my sincere apologies for getting the timing wrong. I hate doing that. I absolutely hate forgetting to do stuff like this. Do you want to sign from... No, we'll keep this war going. I mean, we've only got a few more minutes anyway. Built a road there. In fact, I'm not going to be able to do much else down that side. They're moving back across. That's still technically forest in the middle there. I will move down into that position. Don't know why that's not showing forest in there, but it is forest underneath there. Okay, there now. At least we can see these guys sort of smashing their way through the territories. We might have a look at some of these units as well, just to sort of finish things off. Pavel is saying, have you tried different map views, like pressing F8 or Tab? Actually, I should do that. I'll show you. I'll spend... we'll get the Peltasts, and then we'll just finish off by just going through a few of the other things. There's the Peltast unit in there. We can get... still can't get the galley, so I won't worry about that one. The... I'll just start to move this one forward. So this guy's going to fight better in the plains than these other units. So this is a different type of unit, but there are up through this way. I'll just finish off with a few of these. Each faction. So this is actually a squad. This is Spearmen, and when we have a look at the Spearmen, these are desert fighters. You can see they're plus 10% and plus 20% in defense. They don't fight like they're okay in the forest, but not like so. If you're going up against these sort of units, you could just use Nomads, which are they're a weaker unit, but because these are 3 attack. Grasslands, they defend, but they don't really attack well in their hills. They're okay with. It's just really cool the way each of these units actually sort of does work. But these are sort of like generally fairly stable type units, but they do fight well in the desert. And each faction has got like its own set of units that it actually does make use of. So, for example, this unit through here, what have we got? We've got Spearmen Cavalry, which are weaker units and still have the same bonuses as the others, but they've just got a lot more movement. If we have a look down, are there any different ones? I think they're all the same. I think one may be different. Yep, Spearmen Cavalry, that's the same. Back over here, I'm not sure if we're going to see any of... that's their units. They've just got the same as what we've got at this point in time. And we haven't seen any special units from the enemy down this side yet either. So that's the units. Now, as far as the different map views, you can press F8, which will then bring up different sorts of overlays. So you've got like a colour overlay, so you can sort of very quickly see, if I zoom out a little bit, you can see who owns what territory. So you can actually sort of look at that. There's just by using the F8 key, you can sort of push that one on or off. I prefer it off, but I can certainly see that there would be, it could be useful actually to have that on. In fact, it certainly does make it appear much clearer, doesn't it, as to who owns what. And I guess in the early stage of the game, it would have been good to have just made doubly sure that we did actually have that little isthmus that was sort of when we did capture that. The what else have we got? I'll just turn that one back off. We've also got the trees and the fog can disappear. One problem I do have with the game is the fog is very, very strong, even in areas that we sort of are aware of. Like, for example, we know all of this area back and through here, but that fog, at least it sort of allows you to sort of see what's going on. What I would love would be a halfway point, somewhere between the fog that you don't see into at all and the fog that you do see over through here. It would be. This is a little bit too strong. I don't know if there's a setting or anything I could put on to just reduce that actual fog a little bit. But I think that this also, I don't know if we're seeing any mountains in there, but often you will still see mountains in the fog, which I also do like. I like the fact that it does do that. Let's see if I can see any. I think we've sort of discovered most of the land masses through diplomacy back out through that other side. But that is just the one. That's the one thing I really I have a lot of trouble between not knowing anything what is in there and this one in through here. So that's one of them. Then we've got the trade routes. So at the moment we've got trade routes turned on. We can see that we've got sort of like trade going into different areas. If we turn them on or off. Actually, I don't know what that is then. I don't know what that red one is. We've also got the top view, so we can just have a bit of a look, which sort of just gives you a like a basic sort of view of the map. This may be useful. Actually, if you did that in combination with the grid, that may sort of just be helpful to sort of see the like a bit of a snapshot as to where the resources are, the size of cities, etc. It's actually it's a different view. I personally would just keep. I do like this 3D view, to be honest. The map grid, turn that one off as well. Then you've also got the supply limits. This is something that's quite useful as well, because you can then sort of see where your supplies start to change, particularly like in that early phase when I was losing forces, like they were taking attrition damage because of the supply ranges. So you can see through here, I'm actually got good supply everywhere on the land over this side. And it starts to sort of wane a little bit out through this side, so not supplied. It starts to get a little bit of supply back in through this side, over through here, and then full supply. So that works out quite well. What else have we got? We've got the terrain color overlay. This also just does change things. The only problem I have with this one is that the forest and the plains look very similar to me. Where are they? I'm actually a little bit colourblind too, I should point out. So plain and forest, I can't really tell the difference in the greens too much. So for me, that all looks like forest, but that's actually plains in through there, and this is forest in through this side. If we get rid of the trees, I guess that would actually, even that, it's still hard to sort of tell what's going on between those two greens. So no, I prefer having the trees on. Okay, right. She was saying this game is definitely an instant buy. I think so. Look, this is an awesomely good game. We're pretty much out of time now. Yeah, so Ulrich is saying this game looks like Civ 4. I love it. Yeah, the game actually, when I first started playing it, it reminded me of Civ 2. And I thought, I wonder if this is sort of like a bit of a clone of Civ 2, but it's really not. It's just so much more that is going on. There's more, as I say, the units are valuable through the whole game. And I love that. I hate in those sort of Civ games where really, as you go to each age, you end up with getting superseded units, whereas that's not the case in this. Everything is, I don't know, it's really got that tabletop board game sort of feel about it, which is fantastic. So yeah, for me, it's a game that, as I say, the more I've been playing it, the more I've been learning about it, and I've put a lot of hours into it now. The more I enjoy it, so it's just getting better and better and better. Now, what else have we got through there? I'll just read a couple more comments if there's any through there. Okay, so Cable Nexus is saying you can also apply color overlay for tribes, territory, terrain, etc. I'm not sure how to do that. Where would that be? Just go back to F8. Do we change the color? Is that what you're saying? Not sure if that's what you mean. Not sure if we can actually change anything in there. So sorry, no, I'm not under the mini-map. Hang on, under the mini-map. Where is that? Under the mini-map. Change the colors. No, I'm not seeing it there, sorry. In the game options, you can basically tweak the percentage of blending. Oh, okay. Yep, it's a minor thing. Yep, okay. Click the same button again and you'll see it. Oh, here we go. Okay. Doesn't it just turn it off? I'm not seeing it there, sorry. I'm misconstruing what you're asking or what you're suggesting. Yeah, no, I've missed it. But there are like the settings as well. Actually, that's one thing that we haven't had a look at is the actual settings. The game settings are extremely rich. And this is, I know a lot of players, and I didn't do this in my recording either. There's so much you can do with this as well. And so that like you can change your unit sizes, make them smaller or larger. I guess this is the action highlight alpha. I wonder if the if that fog of war setting is a slider in here. That would be ideal, actually, if there was a slider in this one. The action highlight, I'm not sure what that one does. Automatic unit naming, automatic city naming. Actually, I probably would turn that one on, I think. Map settings. I haven't really had a close look at this. I had a look when I first started looking at the game, but haven't really come back into it. Map scroll. Terrain color overlay. Oh, there we go. Terrain color overlay alpha. So you can actually sort of move that one back if you didn't want it sort of too strong. Trees in player color overlay. Yep, great. God, this is good. Yeah, this needs a slider for the Fog of War. that'd be ideal. Where are we? Graphic settings. Yeah, there's just so much. Anyway, there's each of these have got different sorts of things. Should we continue? Yeah, we won't save any of those. But it's just a lot like for a game that's really is simple in its approach, like with its game mechanics. There's a lot to like about the way it's sort of been set up. Keyboard shortcuts as well. It's so polished. It's really, really cool. So anyway, I'll just close that. Actually, the explanation is on the right side of the tooltip. Again, let's just go back and resume the game. Okay, changes the colouring of the terrain when turned on tiles with. If I do that again, it's still not showing me anything there. Sorry. Grey Knight saying game looks great. Probably will get it. Yeah, look, this has been a this game, as I say, I've thoroughly enjoyed playing it. But anyway, guys, we are actually out of time. And again, my apologies for being so late to the recording. I got up at 3 a.m. I was supposed to start actually playing the game at 4 a.m. my time, and for the 2 hours until 5 a.m. my time, I was actually just twiddling my thumbs, bored, because I was waiting until I thought I would be actually starting at 6 a.m. my time, but I don't know what happened there. I'm going to have to double check that one. So, anyways, my apologies again for being so tardy and late with this. Yeah, it's really unlike me, and I hate doing that. So anyway, that's just where we are. But yeah, so thanks, guys. Thanks for participating. And if anyone does retrospectively look at this and they were waiting around for that hour, once again, my sincere apologies. And with that, I don't think there's any other actuals questions. But yeah, this is pretty much an insta buy. This is a great game, and I don't say that. I don't just sort of say those sorts of things. This one for me really is something really quite special. I'll leave it there. I'll catch you later.